friends. We're starting simple today, and then I'm going to show you how to step up this card just in case you'd like it to have a little bit more. No pressure, just options. I'm Barb Brimhall, and this is Step It Up Stamping. Today, I am using a bundle from the 2026 May through August Stampin' Up! Catalog. I love this bundle mainly because it has a punch with it, and I love punches. It allows me to make quick and easy cards, which is my personal style. I love clean and simple cards, and this bundle fits the bill. So I'm starting out with what I like to call Busy Bee card, and that's because it's quick, it's simple, and a beginner stamper can do it easily. So I'm using Smoky Slate cardstock, very neutral color, and then I'm adding in some Melon Mambo designer paper and a little bit of Lemon Lime Twist ink. So really easy to do. And I actually colored these butterflies in with what's called a Stampin' Blend. It is the Lemon Lime Twist Stampin' Blend. And these are our alcohol markers. So they color really pretty. I don't know if you could see. Let me try to bring it up close. Nope, it's not going to cooperate. But it's very easy to do. And if you are a beginner stamper, Stampin' Blends or alcohol markers are going to be your best friend for stamp sets that like to be colored in. So that's our Busy Bee card. Now let me bring in our Worker Bee card. And this is for those of you that like to do a little bit more work, but not a lot. And this one fits the bill. So again, I forgot to mention that this is done with a 2-inch circle punch. So pretty easy to do. And then I just cut a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock and stamped the sentiment in basic black. And I stamped on the paper this time. You can see here that it's just the paper, but on this one, I stamped the butterflies in basic black ink just to sort of add a little bit more dimension. And then this paper, the Melon Mambo paper, this comes in a pack of our Brights color family, and Lemon Lime Twist and Melon Mambo are in that pack. So you only need one pack of the designer paper, but you get a lot of different colors. And I also colored in, just as I did on the Busy Bee card, with the Lemon Lime Twist blend. So very easy to do. And then just because I thought it needed just a little bit more interest, I added some basic black baker's twine, which made it super easy to do. Now for our last card, I'm going to bring in our Queen Bee card. And this is the card for those of you that want something a little bit more. If you're an experienced card maker, this will probably be your preference. And what I've done here is, again, we're using Smoky Slate, but I have another piece of Smoky Slate that has been embossed with the Fern and Flora embossing folder. And I think that really makes a difference on this card. That background, you could see how much more depth and interest there is on this card, the Queen Bee card, versus the Worker Bee card. And I do have complete instructions for you on all 3 of these cards. You'll find a link in the comments below. But this time, instead of using a 2-inch circle punch, I used the Stylish Shape dies. And then I also punched out the butterflies. And the reason I did that is so that if I'm handing this to someone, it got flattened in the box I had it in, so I'm having to lift these up. But you could see that I just stamped them and then lifted up those butterflies, which is really easy to do. Now, on the instructions, I don't think I said, I might have stamped the stamp first, and then after you punch these out, you'll know exactly where to place them. But that just gives that little 3D look there on those butterflies. And again, I also used the Stylish Shape dies for the sentiment strip, which helps a lot. And then again, we have the baker's twine. And this time I added one more thing. I added the, and there's a little stamp. Let me show you the stamp so you could see. There's that little butterfly trail right above the fluttering by to say hi. So very easy to use. But then I also added in, I hope you can see these because they're so much fun. They are called dewdrops. And that's what they look like, these little dewdrops. So you can add those as you desire onto your card. I actually use 3, 1, 2, 3, which you can't see this bottom one very well, which is why I'm pointing it out. It's hard to see in the camera, but it's there. So there you have it, my friends. We have the Queen Bee card for those of you that like to add a lot more things to your cards for interest. That's not necessarily a good or bad thing either. It just depends on what your personal style is. And then we have, let me move this over a little bit. And then we have our worker bee card for those of you that like to put a little bit more work into your card than just our busy bee card, which is the quick and simple card for today. So I hope you enjoyed these cards. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite and which one you'd be more likely to make. I'll be back next week with another Step It Up Stamping. Have a great creative week, my friends. Bye.